Get away with the USPs. That's the starting pistol. Then it's a double up on the elevator. Room for two as they make their way up, taking these hot shots in towards the other elevator. And JKS comes out ahead. This is now giving them a 2-on-1 advantage up in the high ground. And a second kill for JKS. Now they've got full control of the point.
How long can they hold it for? We can see ES3TAG is creeping again. Does he use his teammate for the bait? Easy frag versus the USP of JKS, who hasn't managed to get himself a better weapon. Now ES3TAG will start to creep forward. Got to find that headshot. But monesy with the deagle. That's an outrageous frag from him. Like, oh, he's really prepared for this one. Another one shot from him. There goes CALC.
Yeah, this is the young person's game I was talking about. When you got a player like monesy in the server, he can hit all of those flick shots. Now ES3TAG with the FAMAS has the better weaponry, and he's trying to sneak up on here. Already a 10-ticket lead for G2, so they need to start fighting. I haven't seen CALC in the server yet.
I know, ninjas in pajamas might be ninjas in a sinking ship unless they can turn things around here in this first round of the best of three. monesy liking the pistols today. From the deagle to the USP, the headshots will continue, but CALC's found himself in AWP, maybe trying to find some of that vintage magic, but he's being denied for the time being. There he is! JKS taken down, and maybe there's life in the old dog yet.
Oh, monesy trades out immediately with the SMG. He's ready away, throwing the nades out, the HE, but the Mag 7 to the face does the job, and ES3TAG finds another onto JKS and another onto monesy. Now, you saw that video earlier. You get the multi-kills, you can get control of that point.
Yeah, he's basically playing Quake through all the angles he's having to deal with here, but he will eventually be finished off with about 5 HP by monesy. So again, we'll see if they can really make things better, but CALC getting dropped by the AUG, that's going to be tough to deal with.
Yeah, JKS doesn't really have much. He's just picked up the UMP, but monesy is providing so much overwatch with this AUG, and again, it's another HG being thrown out. monesy's out on a mission, but so is JKS. Finds CALC. Now, they need to group up here. There's an AWP in ES3TAG. Now, we've seen him with that AWP, and that's a nice headshot onto monesy, showing what he can do with the sniper.
Leaves him with 1 HP, though, so he's got to try and get a medkit if he can, but you've got to pick the right time to use it as well. And look, he will look to make some more space, but a swing and a miss from him. And there will quickly be some stereo frags for G2 as they will look to extend their lead once again, because it is reasonably close right now. They haven't really secured the bag yet.
Yeah, currently the point is going to be changing in about 13 seconds, so they're going to be ready. You can see that countdown up in the top left of your screen. So they are playing for this advantage, G2, waiting so that they can move towards B. And they just found their way through. A couple of kills go the way of monesy. Now he can play that Overwatch, or he can just go straight down on, drops the smoke to give himself cover. But doesn't matter, because CALC has found him through the edge of the triangle. Yeah,
that's a really important kill. And you can see how open this point is. It's really hard to stay alive here. As you can see, CALC just dancing around the cover. Teammate flying through, but it's a multi-frag for JKS. You heard about the importance of those multi-frags from Coach earlier on. To the victor, the spoils. Now, as NIP are starting to get into trouble, I think sub 20 really is the alarm bells now, and they're about to hit that point.
Yeah, over double the tickets now for G2. They're in a great position, and they need to start finding space onto this control point. It's just being held, and their tickets are dwindling. The USP does get one back in response, but this whole time, JKS has been hanging out, and he knows that he's got so many tickets to work with, wants to go take the fights, however, loses out that one, so the AWP can be picked up, but not for very long.
Yeah, they've really got to start getting some points here, NIP, because 10 tickets make it 9. This is not going to last very long. monesy, he has come into this one hot with the Desert Eagles, with the pistols, with the rifles as well, but ES3TAG will find a desperate frag as NIP are in the really low numbers now. 4 tickets remaining, surely soon to be 3. G2 look comfortable for the first game of this series.
Yeah, no chance now. They're just going to run out of tickets. The time not in their favor, and G2 Esports will take the first map.
Это сайт, на котором вы сможете пооткрывать кейсики и проапгрейдить свои скины. Также помимо этого, на сайте есть множество бесплатных кейсов. Есть даже бесплатный кейс за депозит 500 000 рублей. На сайте есть бонусный барабан, прокрутив который вы можете получить халявный приз. При использовании моего промокода вы сможете прокручивать барабан еще раз. Также у меня есть свой промокод, который будет давать вам плюс 30% к пополнению. Вводить его нужно вот здесь. Поддержи данный канал, зарегистрировавшись по ссылке в закрепленном комментарии.
Elevator play, but back off. Now it's a bit of a flank play from ES3TAG. He's picked up the upgraded weaponry so he can take this fight to them up the top.
Really awkward fight for all concerned. I'm still thinking about monesy with the Desert Eagle earlier on. That's a juicy frag, though, from JKS, because considering the movement options you have and all the angles you can come from and so on, to get multiple frags straight off the bat with a Desert Eagle, I think is just making a statement to your opponent. And CALC will need to make one of his own as he tries to find a few more kills here. There we go. monesy taken down for the time being. We'll see if CALC can just show some presence now. Allow his teammate to play off of him as we see players moving up the stairs, and that's exactly what has happened there as ES3TAG punishes JKS for trying to find CALC.
A lot closer this time around, just a single ticket between the two teams. ES3TAG going for a scrappy fight here, does connect onto monesy. That evens things out completely. Gonna have to start fighting for these points soon though. They're just going for the fights in towards mid, but C needs to be taken so they can start to find a lead. You can see every player making their way over. monesy has the scout. Now he can get up on high here and provide overwatch for JKS.
Yeah, and again, a good start from Ninjas in Pajamas. CALC being the information man for ES3TAG to punish, but now we are pretty much at parity in our second game here, both in the low 70s, both these teams.
Neither team fighting for control of the point. They're just trying to frag each other. They sort of changed their game plan already so early on. monesy, now that's the quick flicks we expect, adjusting to the swing from ES3TAG. Now he's got his favored weaponry, and this is where it gets scary for NIP, because monesy doesn't miss too many, but he does there.
Yeah, I think there was still some spawn protection at work there. But, you know, your time to kill better be fast. Even with that higher armor panel of the Galil wasn't fast enough there. Not everybody's practices the Galil spray as much as they might something else. And that can prove quite punishing here. Still at parity, 60 and 59. These frags will be very important indeed. You can see JKS and ES3TAG now will be trading. Very curious to see if this will stay in such a fashion all the way towards the end. monesy again with the Desert Eagle. It's unbelievable, but now JKS will play him at his own game there, dropping ES3TAG. So use the better with the Desert Eagle in their second game, maybe. Again, still close. There's 2 points between them.
Finally starting to look like they want to take control of the points here, but ES3TAG's feeling a little isolated here, doesn't have the weapons, and JKS has the AK monesy with the AWP. This is everything they want, but as soon as they get their hands on it, the point changes. And so CALC is just slowly crawling through the middle of the map, his own AWP up. He's not spotting anybody just yet, and it's still only a few tickets between them. They're going to group up. A quick shot from CALC removes JKS, and now it's an awkward fight for monesy. ES3TAG capitalizing on a missed shot. So now it is a recovery. JKS is trying at long range with that M4A4, can't quite connect it. Maybe we'll finally get some point control here for one of the teams, unless monesy has something to say about it, but no, not going to connect.
Yeah, the Deagles are betraying multiple people now, and that may prove crucial as the score is still so tight. So a lot of adjustment between game 1 and game 2, as we can see here. Very different affair here, much, much closer than before. You can see monesy creeping with the M4A4, dropping a big headshot there. 25 and 26 again. This could come down to the frags towards the end, as we can see angles being held there. monesy with the spatial awareness. He's got there's ES3TAG up top now, who will be able to drop monesy. G2 have got a 4-ticket lead.
Finally starting to take some space here, but CALC has taken down JKS, but the trades are just immediate. The Krieg is singing for monesy. Now, the point needs to be taking control of NIP. They're going to be running out of tickets shortly. It's a 5-ticket lead, and that's a quarter of the tickets of the other team at the moment. monesy has the Krieg, and he's up the top. That changes to A, which it will be in 20 seconds. They'll be in a good position, but ES3TAG, he's in the back lines. He's cleared by monesy. That might just be the killing blow.
Indeed it might be. It's going to be really hard to turn things around now. What do you prioritize, the frags or the points? Maybe it has to be both, but perhaps that'll stretch him a little too thin here, as there's only 4 tickets remaining now for Ninjas in Pajamas. JKS creeping. Instant trade from CALC, but is it too little too late here? As G2 are on 11, but there's just 2 left for NIP. They're holding on to them for the time being, but how long will that be the case?
They've got control of the point. That's what's keeping them in the game. CALC is doing everything right now. He's staying alive, and it's keeping their tickets up. G2 Esports, theirs are slowly tickling down. ES3TAG needs to stay alive. Can't give up any more tickets. Just 1 remaining. All now onto CALC, and monesy, he finds him.
Man.
G2 take it.
By 1 ticket, he held on as long as he could, but that really went down to the wire. G2 edge NIP in that second game.